exactly.
Yeah, just remember who you're dealing with.
So I'm going to switch sides if you can stand still.
Sure.
I can't see
The other lady here, not even the
Can I step over and look a little bit?
Be sure and tell them that there's no police here to ward off any threat.
Say it's probably the name of your title.
My name is Yih-Chau Chang. It's spelled Y-I-H-C-H-A-U. Last name is Chang, C-H-A-N-G. I'm the press secretary for Responsible Citizens of California.
Okay, so what's going on here today? What are you guys doing?
We're hosting an open carry event. Also, while we're here, we're also doing a Toys for Tots drive, and also encouraging all the participants to go and donate blood to benefit the community.
Okay, those are all good missions, but why we're here is because of the open carry, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, basically we want to educate the general public about their Second Amendment rights here in California to open carry a firearm, just as long as you're a law-abiding citizen and your firearm is unloaded, you're allowed to open carry it, just as long as you're not within 1,000 feet of the school zone, or if you don't go inside the government.
Okay. I was totally surprised that I guess that's your mission.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that's a right that we enjoy, and also it actually reduces the violent crime rate here in society.
Talk about that.
Basically, if you take a look at the increasing number of states, there are now 40 states that have right to carry laws. So you have shall issue, concealed carry. There's a lot of basically citizens walk around in public who are armed. And in those states where this has been allowed, there's been a demonstrated drop in the violent crime rate. So basically, actually, here in 2009, the FBI released their UCR report, their Uniform Crime Report, and despite the fact that we have more citizens who are armed and also armed in a public setting, the violent crime rate has actually dropped dramatically. So that in itself will clearly demonstrate to you that guns in public by carried by law-abiding citizens is a benefit to society.
Besides the crime rate going down, the anti-open carry people said that you guys are a threat to.
I'd like to see how they demonstrate the threat. I mean, open carry has been legal since the founding of this state of California, and even as high profile as our movement has been for this past year, there's never been a single violent incident associated with us. So, I'd like to see how they define the term threat, because, threat is, there's absolutely zero element of danger. In fact, if you take a look, there aren't even any police officers around. We're so well received within the community that there's no even reason for any of the police to show up to do an e-check, because they all know what we're about.
Why do you need to carry a gun?
You never know when there might be an incident of violent crime that might occur. You could be sitting at a restaurant enjoying a meal and it could get robbed. For instance, in Walnut Creek, just 2 days ago, the Black Bear Diner got violently taken over, and some people were beat up and were robbed. And, we're just, people who are security conscious. We'd like to make sure that, in the event that our lives are threatened, or our family members' lives are threatened, that we have an effective means with which to defend ourselves.
Let's see. Do you think you can convince someone that is strongly anti-gun that what you're doing is okay?
Well, basically the reason we're doing this is to educate the general public. There's a certain segment of the population that has an irrational fear of firearms. We're not necessarily speaking to them. Of course, we'd like to educate them as well, but we're not really, there to kind of change their minds. We're here really to let the general public know, who's kind of like on the fence on this issue, to educate them about the facts and then allow them to make up their own minds.
Briefly, what do you tell them to help them make up their minds?
Basically, this is their Second Amendment right. That basically here in California, we've had some very, very severe budget cuts. 13,400 convicted felons are going to be released back onto California streets by the end of 2011. In 2009 alone, we lost 1,000 police officers throughout the entire state of California. So you have fewer cops and more criminals on the streets, and you've got budget cuts, and it's just something where the incidence of violent crime is going to be increased because of these conditions. So it might be a good idea for people who are conscious about their own personal security to be armed and exercise their Second Amendment rights.
That's all I got. You want to add anything or miss anything?
I just want to welcome the Brady Campaign to help us to benefit the community by holding their own community service events. If we were doing a toy drive today, we'd be more than welcome to have them come and do a toy drive right alongside with us. I think ultimately our goal is the same thing. We want to reduce gun violence in society. We just approach it from two different methods altogether. So that's pretty much it.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.